playing great, and I think we were playing great ball as well. So it's nice to see that the two teams are playing at best at the end of the year, going at it for a national championship.
A few minutes ago, a few hundred yards from here, the Kentucky Wildcats entering the Alamo Dome. They have the experience. This program has more NCAA and all-time wins than any other, but Tubby Smith in his first championship game. Welcome to downtown San Antonio. A full hour to break down the final game of a great NCAA tournament. Chris Fowler along with Digger Phelps and Dick Vitale. Should be a fun hour. Plenty of special guests. Coaches will drop by. We'll talk to them. This is the end of an 18-day joyride of an NCAA tournament. 7 games decided by 1 point. 5 overtime games. Those bracket-breaking upsets. Those frozen moments for all time. Disproving conventional wisdom. Where are the dominant #1 seeds? They are all watching as Utah and Kentucky compete now to cut down the nets. The final step of a journey and a tremendous matchup tonight, Dick.
I'll tell you, Chris, you talk about it. Over 307 teams tipped off when they started back in October at Midnight Madness. And tonight it's down to 2. The big question is, will the gold trophy go back to Lexington, Kentucky, or will it go to Salt Lake City, Utah? Also, when you think of this situation, the people here have been fantastic. Chris is 100% accurate. For 3 weeks, there's been no sporting event like this tournament. This has been the best of all time. No doubt about it. Excitement, enthusiasm, and the people in San Antonio have been fantastic, Digger.
I agree. This is one of the great cities for the Final Four. It should come back here very, very soon. The fans love it. We love it. And let's talk about Kentucky. After 3 home losses, they get the challenge to go into the Southeastern Conference tournament, win it, and they're on a roll. But the Utes, Rick Majerus, they've lost 3 games by a total of 12 points, one of which was to UNLV in the WAC championship, and since that moment they've beaten 2 #1 seeds to get to the championship game. It's going to be a great night for college basketball.
You're right, Digger. Very close to a perfect season for Utah. They have not trailed a single second of any of their 5 NCAA tournament wins, but Kentucky has been the master of the close games. 7-1 in games decided by 3 points or less. In the previous 4 seasons, only 5-5 in the close games. They have found ways to get it done. We'll break down keys to the game, but now reports on both teams, starting with Leslie Visser and Utah.
Chris, Utah will try to win its first national championship since 1944 with great rebounding and defense. Rick Majerus told me his players watched film today of Kentucky's last 3 opponents. He said he couldn't go to sleep last night because he was visualizing how Utah would defend Kentucky's pick and roll. Majerus said the last thing he will tell his team is attack aggressively. Don't be concerned with missed shots or a steal off the press. As for guard Drew Hansen, who strained his back against Carolina, he's not 100%, but he is prepared to battle Jeff Shepard. Utah will play primarily man-to-man with a little triangle in 2. Majerus said, after what we've seen against Arkansas, Arizona, and Carolina, we're ready. For more on Kentucky, let's go to Dave Feldman.
All right, Leslie, thank you very much. On the Kentucky side, things went as usual. The players stayed in their hotel rooms. They relaxed. They watched some movies. They ate their pregame meal at 4:15 local time. Steak, pasta, potatoes, and broccoli. It's what they eat in every pregame meal. You want experience? Kentucky's got it. 5 members of this team, Cameron Mills, Allen Edwards, Nazir Muhammad, Wayne Turner, and Jeff Shepard, who redshirted last year, are in their 3rd straight NCAA title game. Quinn Buckner played in 2 NCAA championship games, the only ESPN analyst that we can say that about. What was it like come Monday? Were you nervous? Were you tight? How'd you feel as a player?
Well, Dave, on the first one, and as a freshman, I was nervous. I mean, you're going into something that you've never really experienced before, so you go into it, and we played UCLA at the time, and I don't think we necessarily played as well as we could. You want to be comfortable. By the time I was senior in my 2nd game, I was very comfortable. I knew that we could play. I knew our team was good. I knew our chances for winning this was going to be strong because I've been here. I knew what it takes, and I think that makes a huge difference.
As far as the Kentucky Wildcats, they needed a huge rally to come back and beat Duke. They trailed Stanford most of the game. What does that do for their confidence to come from behind win?
Well, I think Kentucky has to feel very confident about their ability, first of all, to get back in the games when they need to. They can apply pressure. That is going to be the difference. Can you run, make a rally if you're down, or can you pull ahead? I think Kentucky has to feel very good about their chances.
On the injury front, there are none for Kentucky. The only thing, Scott Padgett has a black eye. He had that in a little collision with Mark Mad Dog Madsen. He's okay. He just doesn't look as pretty. Chris, let's go back to you.
Dave, thank you. Joining Dave and Quinn inside the dome about 10 minutes ago, the Utah Utes led in by Andre Miller and Michael Doliak, just as they have been led to this school's first championship game in a half-century. Coaching matchup, an interesting one. Orlando Tubby Smith in his first full season at Kentucky, his third school in 5 years, and Rick Majerus, the guy is known mostly as Falstaff in a sweater, but over the last 3 weeks, his coaching legend has grown. We asked both guys about their keys to the game.
More than game tempo, number one, I prioritize them this way. Number one, we've got to get back in transition D. We can't give up fast break baskets to Kentucky. Number two, we got to block them off and not give them second shots. And then thirdly, we've got to attack their press. And now we're getting into your question, which is a very good one. We've got to be very, very good in terms of the recognition that we have when we have the opportunity, when it's there, which player has the ball. And then when we don't have it early, if we can get them to the third, fourth side and late in the shot clock, that probably favors us.
It's always a will and always a struggle to see who can control the tempo of the game. And I think in this situation, I would think that Utah, the way they've been playing, they want to get the ball up and down the court quickly also, but I know they want to execute and take the best shot possible.
Majerus, very vocal. This might be his one chance at a championship ever. Tubby Smith at Kentucky, you expect to get back off it, but you never know. Just ask P.J. Carlissimo. Keys to this game. Utah most proud of its defense. They don't allow opponents to shoot 40%. What about offensively?
Well, when you look at Utah on offense,